Hey there friends, welcome back to my channel. Shalita here. So we are pretty much at the 3rd week mark of January. So how is everyone's month going? How are we doing on our goals or our resolutions? Before we get into today's video, I'd like to send my heartfelt thoughts and prayers to the families, the individuals who have been affected by the wildfires in Southern California. I can't even begin to imagine what you all are going through, the loss that you're feeling, the fear, the worry, just the devastation. I can't even begin to imagine what you're going through, and I am deeply sorry that you are going through this, and my thoughts, my prayers are with you and your families. I hope that someday soon that you all are able to recover from this and return to some level of normalcy. My heart also goes out to the families and friends who live outside of that area, live outside of California, live outside of Southern California, and you're away from your family, you're away from your friends. The fear of the unknown, the fact that you're having to witness your families go through this and you're not able to be there for them during this time. I am quite sure that too feels devastating and overwhelming, that you can't be there with them and for them physically. So, I send my thoughts and prayers to you as well as you cope with this. All right, so let's get back into things. So for today, guys, so in today's video, we have a little bit of a little winter vlog, if you will. So here in my little corner of the world, my part of the world, we had Snowmageddon. So we had a pretty significant snowstorm, and I am so grateful and so blessed that we didn't have any damage to our home, or our family had power throughout this. We never lost power, so I am truly grateful for that. We had food, everything, our needs were met, we were safe. Truly grateful for that. In this video today, we're gonna do a little book shopping. So this intro is a little bit in retrospect. We did a little book shopping ahead of the storm, kind of our little storm prep. So Bay, or Leon, I'm sick of calling him Bay, okay? So hopefully those of you watching have been around and you've heard me say Bay, and so now you'll be able to associate a name with Bay. So Leon went out and did most of the grocery shopping prep for the storm. So he's the grocery shopper. I hate grocery stores. We go together sometimes, but I think he knows how I feel about grocery shopping. So anyway, he did the grocery shopping, whilst my daughter and I, we went and did a little book shopping like the day before the storm hit. So that was our preparation. So you're gonna see a little bit of, a little bit of snow, a little bit of the winter wonderland that we had going on here, as well as our shopping trip. And then we will do the book haul at the end of the video. So yes, I am really excited for you all to come along with us. You all have seen Pepper on camera. If you've seen some of the videos, you've seen Pepper on camera. Well, Pepper's a puppy. So this was Pepper's 6 months now, I do believe. So this was her first snow. This is her first winter. And y'all, she loves it. She loves snow. She loves eating snow. She loves playing in it. She loves eating ice. So you'll get to see that. See Miss Pepper in her first winter. So, all right. Before we get into this, please, if you are enjoying yourselves, if you are enjoying the content, if you're enjoying listening to me ramble and yada, 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 please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And without further ado, guys, let's get into it.
Side of you trying to break through, able to tell the truth. No one else can see you live. it's just for sure. Every line designed to let me know.
Gravity of this. Check me. Can you see how deep? Do you wanna build a snowman? I don't know where's that song. Alright guys, what do we have? We have a haul, a Barnes & Noble haul. Yes, we do. Some of you may or may not know. I don't think I mentioned it yet in any videos, but your girl won. I won Shaughnessy's Bookmas giveaway. So, Shaughnessy, thank you. This is all thanks to you, boo. This is all thanks to you. So before Snowmageddon hit, my daughter and I made a trip to Barnes & Noble's because I kept seeing videos of people they were mentioning a hardcover sale. So I was like, I got $100. Of course I'm gonna go. Of course I'm gonna go. Spending $9. I mean, you win a Bookmas giveaway. Clearly, that is what the universe wants you to spend it on. So, that is what we did. Y'all got quite a few books. Like, that sale was everything. So, I got quite a few hardbacks. I did pick up a couple of paperbacks that I have been wanting. So, all right, let's get into this bag. Let's see what we got. All right, y'all, I'm doing this for the thumbnail, right? Like, you know, they have those books like right in front of the door, and it kind of like just gets you. So a couple of these were like right in front of the entrance. So, and I hadn't heard of them, so anyway, but I read the back. They sounded good, so got them. All right, but let's start with one that I've been seeing on social media. I keep seeing it at Target, so I've been kind of I've been wanting to pick it up. And so since it was on sale, perfect time. So the first book that I picked up was Heir by Sabaa Tahir. This is fantasy. I do believe it's young adult fantasy. That's where I have seen it in Target. It's in the young adult section. This book looks to have multiple points of view. We're following three main characters. I believe it's pronounced A's or Eyes, Saoirse, and Quill. So Eyes or A's is she's an orphan. She is out on this quest for vengeance, and somehow she gets arrested. She gets caught and thrown into this horrible prison. And just from there, you know, that's just fueling that hate fire. You know, she's got all this time to keep working on her plan for revenge, I guess. So it just kind of fuels that fire for vengeance. And then we have Saoirse, who is a bounty hunter or a tracker, and she is out on this mission to track and locate this person or entity or whatever. It's fantasies. I don't know if it's a person, I don't know what, but she's searching for a serial child murderer. And along her journey, she has like an unexpected attraction, so that throws a little wrench in her plan. And then we have Quill, who is a prince. Quill's a prince, and his aunt is the queen or the empress or whatever. And he's basically being groomed to take the throne once his aunt steps down. But he is kind of conflicted because his family apparently has a history of corruption, or he's seen corruption, and he knows power can corrupt you, and he doesn't want that for himself. He doesn't want that life. So he's kind of torn between his responsibility to the crown and, you know, his morals. So I'm assuming their paths are going to cross somehow, some way. It says beloved storytellers, can't even get it out. Beloved storyteller Sabaa Tahir interweaves the lives of three young people as they grapple with power, treachery, love, and the devastating consequences of unchecked greed on a journey that may cost them their lives and their hearts, literally. So I am excited for this. So the next book that I picked up was A Song to Drown Rivers by Anne Liang. And so this is a fantasy. This is an epic fantasy. And I briefly looked up a little bit on this on Goodreads, and it sounds like this author primarily writes like young adult rom-coms, and this may or may not be like her first go at adult fantasy. So this is a historical fantasy as well. So love me a historical fantasy. This is based on an ancient Chinese legend. We have our main character Shishir. I literally had to Google how to pronounce that. So Shishir, and she is like this bombshell, this knockout. You know, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. That society in those times, you know, the greatest way for a woman to bring honor to her family and to her community is through, you know, through marriage, through a well-suited match. She meets this military advisor, and he's like, hey, you know, do you want to make a difference for your community? Do you really want to help your family out? Do you want to help, you know, do you want to use your beauty for good? So she's like, hell yeah. He trains her basically to be a spy and to use her beauty as a weapon. So he personally trains her in all these different tactics. He trains her in the art of deception, right? So her mission is to infiltrate the rival kingdom and seduce the king or the emperor, and I guess topple the empire. She sets out on her mission, but not only is she catching the eye of the king or the emperor, she's catching the eye of his advisors as well. So this sounds like a wild ride. You know, stakes are high. You know, she can't let her guard down. She can't be who she is. She's a spy. So, and it sounds like her and the military advisor might have a little attraction going on too. So this might be a little bit of a romantasy. This sounds like a really good read. I am happy to have picked up another fantasy. So, all right, so let's see what else we got in the goodie bag. So the next book that I picked up was Let Us Descend by Jessamine Ward. This was one of Oprah's book club picks in 2023. And I have seen this, I've seen this around social media, so I feel like this is a fairly popular book. I don't feel like I could summarize this and give this justice, so I am going to read the synopsis here in the cover. It says, Let Us Descend is a reimagining of American slavery, as beautifully rendered as it is heart-wrenching. Searching, harrowing, replete with transcendent love, the novel is a journey from the rice fields of the Carolinas to the slave markets of New Orleans and into the fearsome heart of a Louisiana sugar plantation. Annis, sold south by the white enslaver who fathered her, is the reader's guide through the hellscape. As she struggles through the miles-long march, Annis turns inward, seeking comfort from memories of her mother and stories of her African warrior grandmother. Throughout, she opens herself to a world beyond this world, one teeming with spirits of earth and water, of myth and history. Spirits who nurture and give, and those who manipulate and take. While Ward leads readers through the descent, this, her fourth novel, is ultimately a story of rebirth and reclamation. From one of the most singularly brilliant and beloved writers of her generation, this miracle of a book inscribes Black American grief and joy into the very land, the rich but unforgiving forests, swamps, and rivers of the American South. Let us descend to Jessamine's most magnificent novel yet, a masterwork for the ages. This sounds good. This sounds good. This sounds like it's gonna be heartbreaking. Sounds like an emotional read. So this is definitely historical. Sounds like historical fiction. It mentions spirits, so I don't know if we're thinking possibly historical fantasy as well. Yeah, excited to pick this up and add it to my collection. So, moving on. Oh, y'all, and it was so crazy. Like, I wanted to film while I was there, but it seems like everybody had the same idea that day, like, because this was like the day before the storm was supposed to hit, and it was a madhouse in there. Like, I have never seen it that crowded. I don't even think it was that crowded. Like, we went, I think my son and I went around like Christmas time. I don't even think it was that busy then. Like, it was nuts. But yeah, it was a madhouse in there. So I filmed a teeny tiny bit, which you've probably at this point have seen somewhere in this video already. So let's see what else we picked up. Ooh, so this one is a fiction, and it sounded really good. This one is this Motherless. This one is this Motherless Land. I can't talk today. By Nikki May. Like I said, this is a fiction. This sounds like it is about friendship and sisterhood. I think it's about two cousins. Let's run it down. You know, the synopsis can tell you better than I can. Quiet Funky is, or Funky. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I don't know. Quiet Funky is happy in Nigeria. I'm saying Funky instead of Funky. Quiet Funky is happy in Nigeria. She loves her art teacher mother, her professor father, and even her annoying little brother, most of the time. But when tragedy strikes, she's sent to England, a place she knows only from her mother's stories. To her dismay, she finds the much-lauded estate dilapidated, the food tasteless, the weather gray. Worse still, her mother's family are cold and distant, with one exception, her cousin Liv. Free-spirited Liv has always wanted to break free of her joyless family. She becomes fiercely protective of her little cousin, and her warmth and kindness give Funky a place to heal. The two girls grow into adulthood, the closest of friends. But the choices their mothers made haunt Funky and Liv, And when a second tragedy occurs, their friendship is torn apart. Against the long shadow of their shared family history, each woman will struggle to chart a path forward, separated by country, misunderstanding, and ambition. Moving between Somerset and Lagos over the course of 2 decades, this motherless land is a sweeping examination of identity, culture, race, and love that asks how we find belonging and whether a family's generational wrongs can be righted. Nice. This sounds good. Not necessarily the storyline, but this kind of reminds me of one of the other books I picked up in my book outlet haul, which was about 2 childhood friends who grow up together, and then there's an incident that happens that kind of threatens their relationship and threatens to pull them apart. So this kind of reminds me of that in that sense. So I'm excited for this. You know, like last year I read a lot of, you know, romance thrillers and even some fantasies with like that family aspect, but I didn't read a lot of like fiction that centered around friendships and platonic relationships, especially between women. So didn't read a whole lot of sisterhood type books. So this gives that feel, and I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Is that all? Okay, we got one more hardcover. Okay, y'all, this is the one that's gonna freaking wreck me. This one is gonna wreck me. This is When Haru Was Here by Dustin Tao. And so this is the same author of, where'd it go? So this is the same author of You've Reached Sam. And this one, I haven't read this one yet, but the synopsis, total heartbreaker. Total, just, I think even like reading the synopsis, I was like getting a little, I wasn't getting misty eyed in the store, but I definitely, you know, like, it tugged on my heartstrings. And this one sounds like it's gonna do the same daggone thing. So this one, I'm just gonna read it, because when I read the synopsis, I was like, there's no way I can like summarize this. This sounds so heartbreaking. All right, so it says, after the death of his best friend, Eric Lai creates imaginary scenarios in his head to deal with his grief, until one of them becomes real when a boy he met in Japan last summer finds his way back into his life. When he least expects it, Haru walks into the coffee shop and sits down next to him. The only thing is, nobody can see him but Eric. In a magical turn of events, Eric suddenly has someone to connect with, making him feel less alone in the world. But as he and Haru spend more and more time with each other, he begins to question what is real. When he starts losing control of the very thing that is holding him together, Eric must finally confront his reality, even if it means losing Haru forever. Y'all, I'm going to weep. I'm going to bawl. I'm probably going to be in like a reading slump, a book hangover, you know, you name it. I'm gonna be in all of it after reading this. I can just feel it. And I think this, like, these are young adult, like, my God, Dustin. This sounds good. So definitely would not read these 2 back to back. Like ain't no way, unless I just want to not be able to breathe out of my nose. I just want to snot all over myself for no reason. Well, not for no reason, but because of these. So these are definitely, don't read about, but look at those covers. I don't know who's doing this cover art, but I love these covers. Look, there's that one. Y'all, am I holding my fingers all funny looking? Don't be looking at me like that. Look at that. And then look at that one. These are just gorgeous covers. So, yeah. We got friendships. We've got emotional reads. We've got fantasies. Oh my goodness. Y'all. Okay, we are down to the final 2. These are 2 that, so this first one here, this is a thriller. Is this thriller or horror? This is a thriller, I do believe. I don't know, maybe it's classified as a horror. I think it's a thriller. The Chain by Adrienne McKenty. And this one, when I heard, gosh, who was talking about this? Who was talking about KK? When I heard her talking about this, I was like, I gotta have this book. And it was like months ago. So finally, I'm finally picking this up. But essentially what this is about is it's about like this, I guess this kind of like this crime ring, this organized crime ring. And they are, I don't know if it's an organized crime ring. Anyway, so these kidnappers are kidnapping people's kids, right? And then they are calling those parents. And instead of making ransom demands, what they're saying is, hey, if you want your kid back, you have to go kidnap another kid. So, I mean, they are putting these parents in this crazy position. Like what would you do? Like, damn, like I want my kid back, but do I want to, first of all, it's a crime to kidnap a child. It's a crime to kidnap anybody. But do I really want to put somebody in the same position that I'm in? Do I really want to bring that turmoil upon somebody else? And then what's the damn guarantee that you're going to give me my kid? So this just sounds wild. I'm going to read it back. It says, you just dropped off your child at the bus stop. A panicked stranger calls your phone. Your child has been kidnapped. The stranger then explains that their child has also been kidnapped, but by a completely different stranger. The only way to get your child back is to kidnap another child. You are now part of the chain. My son's a car rider anyway, but I feel like if I read this book as a parent and my kids were school age, I'd be like, absolutely not. You are a car rider from here on out. Don't you even worry about it, big buddy. Ain't no way I could read this and just not have chills. The last book. Anyway, has anybody read this? Or any of the other ones that I mentioned? Let me know. Let me know down in the comments. The last one. And so this one, Shaughnessy raved about. So I had to pick this up. And when she talked about it, I was like, this is a book that I would love to read with my daughter. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know that I can convince her to read this, but this sounds really good, really powerful. So this is Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. I have several books by her, and ashamedly, I have not read any yet. So I need to rectify that situation. I need to read one of her books very soon. I think I have one of her books listed on my 2025 and 2025 challenge in my reading journal. So there we go. Definitely gonna get around to that. So this one here, this is a thriller. I believe most of her books are thrillers, young adult thrillers. Let's run down the synopsis. It says, when legendary R&B artist Corey Fields spots Enchanted Jones at an audition, her dreams of being a famous singer take flight, until Enchanted wakes up with blood on her hands and zero memory of the previous night. Who killed Corey Fields? So, if I'm remembering correctly, I do believe that Shaughnessy mentions how this book deals a lot with how young Black girls, especially in the entertainment industry, how they are, not how they are, but how they can potentially be groomed and hypersexualized, and just not even in the entertainment industry, in general society, young Black girls are hypersexualized. They are unprotected and easily, I'm not gonna say easily groomed, but you see it. I mean, like, oh, well, gosh, got a body like her mom's, like who the fuck's saying that to a child or about a child? And those childbearing hips, and you're filling out. And I mean, even I, growing up, have heard some shit that, like looking back now, you're like, did you really Were you really saying this stuff? Like, were people really saying this stuff to me and to girls, you know, coming up? But yeah, this one sounds like a powerful kick in the gut story. But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited for this. We got a good little haul, baby. We got, look, I mean, this is what $100. This is what $100 looks like when there's a good sale going on, okay? Because I don't think, under normal circumstances, I don't think I would have been able to pick up this many books for $100, okay? And what's funny is my daughter was like, story time, and then we're gonna end it there. We were going out shopping that day, like, so she could go spend her gift card on some makeup. And I was like, hey, well, since we're gonna be out for you, we're gonna go to the bookstore so I can, you know, spend my little reward and do some filming. And so we get up in there, I go to the bathroom, I give her my basket, and I'm like, you know, hang on to this, whatever. So I come back out and she's like, oh, you need to get your own basket, this is mine. I'm like, sis, where your money at? You ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. What do you need a basket for? She was like, oh, you can share yours. No, boo-boo. Now I won that. I won that giveaway, not you. You call your father, tell him to send some money. Tell him to Zelle me some money for you, and you can get your own. It was nice. It was nice. So she did call her daddy, got him to send some money, and she got her some books too. But I was like, no, boo, this $100 is mine. This is like, you know, like Smeagol said, the precious is mine, okay? You know, once again, Shaughnessy, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate this. Not only did I pick up, you know, a gang of books, but my daughter and I had a really great time. She picked out some good books. We discussed books, so it was a nice little bonding experience. So thank you so much, girl. All right, so that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna turn these around. Let's turn these around for the thumbnail, because look, you're not gonna be like, ooh, I don't want those books, and then not watching. All right, so that is all that I have for you guys. Has anyone read any of these? Let me know down in the comments. Once again, thanks for watching, guys, and until the next one, friends, bye. Lips still moisturized. Oh my god, I hope they're not chapped. I'm like looking, maybe. Like, ah, oh, this is what $100 got me. Do 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 the book dance. Okay, hold on. All right, let's put these back in the bag too. Just throw it in the bag. Just throw it in the bag. All right, yeah, look at that.